Randy Tate is a self-made entrepreneur known for his business leadership and expert corporate organizational skills. For the last 10 years plus, he has trained thousands of employees in innovative businesses on how to market effectively and build sustainable growth for their companies. His fascination for innovative technologies has led him to one of the fastest growing software companies called Infusionsoft, with peaked over 150,000 software users. As the VP of Business Training for Customers, he developed and oversaw the expansion of the Elite Business Education Program. He is now the co-founder and CEO of iFlip Investor, an AI technology software company that has changed the way people invest their personal and retirement accounts. His vision and his passion are to empower all individuals to grow wealth for the future with the help of innovative solutions. Please welcome Randy Tate. Welcome to Money 911, where we talk about health, wealth, peace of mind, and right now we're talking about money and making that money happen for you in the world of AI. And I'm just so honored. Now, you heard the intro about Randy, but I just want to warm welcome him and have him tell a little bit about who you are. A little bit about you, Randy.
Oh, thanks, Kris.
Sure.
Pretty excited to be here too. Money, it's one of our favorite topics, right?
Right.
At least for some of us.
Yeah.
Maybe not everybody, but we really like the topic. My background doesn't come from money. Farm kid,
Yeah.
Northern California, made my way through college. Worked really hard to not be just following in the footsteps of my family, which was, just labor, work. Didn't want to do that. I wanted more money. And so I decided to become a teacher. Probably not the best move to make lots of money, but that's what I wanted to do.
Right.
And so I taught high school for about 10 years, coach football, coach wrestling. I often say I learned everything I know about running a business, coaching freshman high school football. If you can coordinate 13-year-old boys, move in action and coordination, you cannot run a company.
That's right.
I say that a lot jokingly, but there's some truth to it. But I got tired of that. Started my first business, picked a different field, went into it, grew that company up. In 4 years. We were doing over $5 million in revenue and had my first successful exit. So we grew up, bought by a publicly traded company. I went to work for that company for a few years and started another company. That company got acquired 6 years later. And so that one, though, brought me in, and I ended up working as an executive at a big software company. And I was there for several years, helping them grow, doing internal training, small business education pieces for their customers and things like that. All of that is what led me to Flip. And more importantly, it led me to see an industry a different way. And it led me to meet my current business partner. And it's really nice when you get to those points. I've met my business partner currently. We're very different. We are yin and yang, opposite sides of the spectrum, which is actually perfect.
Right.
I have a knack for making things simple. Maybe it's because I like them simple. I don't like hard stuff. And he has a knack for, he went to Stanford's physics program when he was 16 years old. He's pretty smart.
Right.
And so together we ended up building iFlip, and that's about my 5-minute version. Sorry for dragging that out, but you want to know a little bit about me. I'm just a farm kid from Northern California that eventually found his way into the software world and the entrepreneurial space, and now I'm here trying to help the world.
And that's a good thing. I met you at an NSA, a national speaker, and you left out that beautiful part of yourself because you're really good at speaking and sharing information, making it simple. And this is the reason why I invited you to be on the show. I'm in the Money 911 and Safe Money. And I just thought this was for the people. This was a fabulous way. iFlip is an AI giving you the advantage that most people pay brokers and they don't even realize what they're paying for. And everybody's got a certain percent of their money that they're going to put in the market, and some money's going to be safe. You and I've talked about that before. So it's it gives the power to the people, and that's what really excited me about it. And I know you've talked to a lot of people, and really a lot of people make a lot of mistakes with this. And if you could just like cap it off, give it, like your elevator pitch on iFlip, and the advantage for people to have the power of the AI for their own investing instead of paying all these fees to somebody else to maybe do for them, right?
Yeah, my 30-second little elevator pitch was, if you believe that BlackRock and JP Morgan are putting their own money, their own business money into the instruments they're suggesting you, the people, put your money into, then you're probably a little bit confused, because I can tell you that's not how they do it. iFlip empowers everyone to participate in the stock market with the effectiveness and the efficiency of a billionaire or an institution. Period.
That's it. Period. Boom. Right. Mic drop. For those that can't see us. Yeah, exactly. They give, and people don't realize how much fees they pay, because they're really paying a broker. And what is he doing? He's using their algorithms, right? Their AI to find what's going on. And they're all designed for certain things. So, and this is really like a low, very little fee as far as fees go, but it gives the power to the people. So someone that's paying attention could really, really, do well with it. And if they follow and listen to the advice, what do you think? A lot of people make a lot of mistakes, right? And what do you think is pretty much the common mistake that a lot of people are making with their money right now?
The biggest mistake is they give it to an advisor.
Right.
That is the biggest mistake, because they actually don't have these tools.
Mm-hmm.
A financial advisor can't do what we do unless they're using our software, and some of them use our software.
Right.
They can't do it. So the biggest mistake people make is they don't understand their options. Today, we know that the majority of massive wealth occurs in either the real estate industry or the stock market. Now, the stock market's a never-ending vast. There's everything from insurance products to futures to, foreign exchange to options. There's a lot of different ways to participate in the market. Some, as you know, are much more risky than others. People get greedy. People listen to only the good stuff. They say, oh, I can trade this and make that much. You know what the most popular question people ask me, Kris? How did Flip perform?
Right.
That's the wrong
What's the
question.
Percentage, right?
Yeah, what's the percentage of return? What was the return?
Yeah. Right.
Wrong question. The question should be, so anybody watching or listening to this, here's the question you ask somebody if you're discussing your money. What is the expected return based on the risk you're asking me to take? Because if you want to talk about pure return only, buy lottery tickets or go play roulette. They have the best return of everything, don't they? I mean, where else can you get that kind of return on your investment?
Right.
You can't. The problem is risk versus reward. That is something nobody, and I know you're a big, staunch advocate of risk reward, right? So what we do is, though not in our mind, we're not like you, Kris. We're not 100% risk free. We're not that good. But what we are, and the mistake people make, is getting enamored with returns and return potentials, and they forget to analyze the risk associated with it. That fundamentally is the biggest mistake.
Oh, that is so true. And, just to cap what you had said as sort of like a witness, because I've been in practice 32 years, and it shocked me, Randy, how many people would come in my office and I go, where's your 401k? Oh, it's a, JP Morgan or whatever name they want to say. And I go, where is it? Where's it invested? Well, it's a 401k. Like they're so embarrassed that they don't know, but they're so proud that they're with a big name and they don't realize anything about where their money is. I'm shocked. A big majority of people are like, well, how's your 401k or your IRA doing? They're like, I don't want to look at it, right? And it's like the buried in the sand and the misconceptions that people will end up when it's time for retirement with no money because they didn't save the money, they didn't have it safe, or they didn't know about these really cool techniques that you can do when you are taking that percentage. And, you know, it is risk, it's gamble, but iFlip gives you AI. This is the world of AI, right, Randy? And
It is the world of AI.
it gives you the advantage.
When you think about it, I'll give you the perfect example. We went live with the AI, started trading real people's money in 2016, middle of 2016. Since then, the AI is 120% better than the S&P 500. Trading the S&P 500. So risk reward. So I'll give a real fast, actually, I won't. I was going to give a math lesson. We don't need a math lesson. The reality of it is, though, the S&P 500 is your foundation. Now, here's the thing I want everybody to understand. In that 120%, in 2021, the market went straight up. It had no big drops in 2021. Therefore, we were actually in 2021, if you just took the calendar year, a little behind the S&P 500. And last year, 2022, we lost money. We were negative. We were down 3%.
Right.
The market was down 19. Mm-hmm. So that's the risk reward. So our 3% risk, though, over time has resulted in 120% better than, which is not a small feat. Most financial advisors would tell you either that's impossible or it's relegated to very large hedge funds. And what we're doing, and you've said it a couple of times, we're empowering everyone, the people, to have a tool that does it for them. And by the way, I forgot to mention, it's fully automated. It actually trades for you. Simple.
Yeah, there you go. So with AI, with iFlip, that allows you to go with the flow, right? I mean, it
allows you to skip the big drops. You know, if you go, there's a couple myths. I don't know if you have talked about the myths of Wall Street very often, but
yeah, go ahead.
One of the biggest myths is that diversification is the way in which you manage risk, and you should always be fully invested. Those are two wrongs, two very, very wrongs. We know the market does two things. We know it goes up, we know it goes down. That's what we know. If you look historically over time, it's always up and down, up and down. And the mantra of the advisor is you got to leave your money in because we can't time it. Mm-hmm. We can't figure out when it's going to do what. So you just got to ride it out. Now, if you wrote it out in 2022, you lost over 20%. If you wrote it out in 2022 in a traditional investment mutual fund, you lost more than 20%. That was a 6 to 10 year event. Yeah. For most people, it will be 6 to 10 years before their 401k gets back to where it was January 1 of 2022. That's brutal.
It is. Yep.
So what Flip does is get you out of that. We skipped most of the year. We were in cash most of the time.
Yeah, I like that when it said, stay safe, stay in cash.
That's right.
And you know, you're familiar with the safe money and everything. And that way you have that income, the tax-free income, and all those things are like, you know, you've got that. And then you can play around with this because it'll say stay in cash. Right now things are so, you know, this isn't like a 2008, even though what is it? As of now of this recording, don't quote me on it, but just the first 5 banks that went under are basically more than what happened in 2008 with 27 banks. And we're only at 5 banks right now. So we are in a money 911 and with everything else going. We are. Right.
We are. And our government just thinks the answer is print more money.
Which is
not the answer.
Scary, freaky. And I see, and this is why I broadcast this show, is that I see millions of people about to go off a cliff, and they keep saying, oh, just keep going, just keep doing what you've always done, right? And they're all just walking along, right? Like, okay, we're going off the cliff. See ya.
That's exactly what they do.
No,
And it's really,
sad.
it's really frustrating that
Oh,
this industry is the last major industry to get a technology overhaul.
right.
And the reason is they don't want one.
Hmm.
It's very expensive
Right.
to lose to lose and to move over, and all the people that, I mean, I'm not saying AI is going to terminate her and take over the world, but what AI allows us to do, it allows us to use mathematics, good mathematics. Like I said, Kelly, my business partner, when he was at Deutsche Bank managing, $4 or $5 billion, he was doing it with mathematics. He wasn't throwing darts at the stock board, or he wasn't just guessing. He was mathematically determining the likelihood of a stock to go up or down.
Right.
That is the only way to do it. If you, or you try to do it yourself, good luck. So we set out to just do a couple of things. Number one, we wanted to be better.
Right.
So here's a marketing lesson for everybody. If you're a small business owner by chance, if you're going to market, your message is going to contain one of these things. You're better than the competition, and
Hmm.
we are. Two, you're less expensive than the competition,
Yeah.
and we're a lot less expensive than the competition. And three, you're either easier to use or you make the customer's life easier. We do all three. For the financial services world, Kris, we are Netflix. They are Blockbuster.
There you
And
go.
we don't have late fees. We don't make you rewind.
That's good.
It's
That's
all,
good. That's good.
all easy.
Yeah. So so this was your idea to start iFlip, basically, and you wanted to do it. Why? What was your
Well,
reason to do it?
interesting. I can't take credit for the idea. The
Okay.
idea came from Kelly Korshak, my business
Okay.
partner. We sort of hatched the idea out of, Kelly, what would it look like if we built a software platform that gave you to everybody in the world and let you manage their money, let your mathematics handle it? And so we did. We were lucky to both be in a position where we could fund it, get it set up, raise a little bit of money, but not a lot, and get it up and running.
And the AI, like you said, it takes care of itself. So it's just self maintenance. And then, do you program it a certain way, or it's already you did all that, and now
Yeah.
it's set. You don't have to upgrade it, or it just is perpetual. Is that right?
Yeah, we'll create more, of course,
Oh,
but the base foundation of the AI has been built. And so the way it works is this. So, one thing I really want to make clear, and I know we're running towards the end, but this is an important point. Anything you see out there today marketed as AI,
yeah.
or a robo advisor, or a
Right. Right.
automatic trader, those are not AI.
Oh.
None of those are AI. All
Okay.
of those are algorithms that are
Oh.
automatically executed. It's an
Okay.
algorithmic.
That's
So
news to me. Yeah. Okay.
it doesn't exist. Your broker down at Schwab does not have AI.
Okay.
Betterment, Wealthfront do not have AI.
Oh.
They have algorithms.
Okay.
So big
So,
difference.
okay, just for us non-techie people, the definition of AI and algorithm.
Okay,
What's a
think of it like this.
okay?
An algorithm
Yeah.
is simply, in our case, it's a mathematical formula
Uh huh.
that's executed by a computer. So I can program my computer to say, if Apple goes up by $2, buy it. If it goes down by $2, sell it.
Okay.
Go. And then the computer can automate the trading. That
Okay.
exists. That's what they all do. Now they're more complicated than that, but
Mm.
fundamentally that's what they are. However, in order for that algorithm or that robo to change, a human has to go in and reprogram and say, okay, that's too nuts. Now we're going to make it if the Apple goes up $3, right? And then the
Oh.
computer does it. That's
Okay.
an algorithm. An AI is simply an algorithm that can change its own rules.
Hmm.
No human involved. So our software might say buy Apple at $3 today, or it might buy it today at 3.
Yeah.
It might buy it tomorrow at 4. It might sell it tomorrow. It could change based on the parameters that the AI learns. The AI takes in new data every single day. It makes a new declaration every morning before they open. So this is real time on its own. It takes in things like credit card debt, real estate, housing, KPI, all the different metrics you would think
Right.
that a bank of traders would be using to manage a big giant fund, except there's no people here. This is AI programmed by Kelly. We have 2 different sources of AI that we use, and it's all public domain. But if anybody tries to tell you they're using AI today, as far as I can tell, they're not. It's just an algorithm.
Oh, that's a revelation right there. And really, I didn't know that at all. So that's exciting. And the fees are like nothing. Maybe just tell everybody about it so they get excited about it. Because to me, you're playing with the money and you're still in the stock market. You haven't gotten all your safe money away yet. This is fabulous. So tell everybody the subscription, how it works, the structure, the fees.
Yeah, very simple. Again, we want to be non-confusing. If you're your own person and you're doing your own trading, you're buying and selling it all yourself, it's free. There's no cost. However, we don't recommend anything because we're not advisors. Well, we think our mousetrap's better to help you using the AI. Using the AI and the automation system, you can trade up to $10,000 for $7 a month. Unlimited trades, no commissions, no back-end fees, no other money attached. Then it will scale up. If you get to 10, your fee jumps to $17 a month, and that gets you up to $25,000. That's very, very cheap.
Yeah.
Just so you know, everybody.
Yeah.
That's cheaper than asset fees by a lot. Absolutely. And the most you'll ever pay, once your account goes over $100,000, you'll pay $147 a month. Forever, unlimited, and you get as many accounts as you want.
Wow. You
can have your account in your immediate family, you, your spouse, and your children. I have one person that's got 9 accounts. All their Roths, all their kids' Roths, their personal account, their basic, their self-directed solo 401k. Their IRA. They've got a couple rollover RIAs or old 401ks. They've rolled into it. So the fee structure is exponentially cheaper than you can get anywhere in the managed money space.
That's fabulous, and it really makes sense. Now I understand the difference too. So there really aren't a lot of people or companies that are doing AI like you are.
There's none.
Right?
0.
You're the only one. Well, that is so significant. We should just put that at the top. And I want to make sure that people go to, and we'll come back again because everybody's so busy. They have to have more information, right? But as of now, tell everybody where to go, how to find out more info and everything.
Yep. Find out more. We're going to put a link up on the screen, but you want to go to www, the old school, iflipinvest.com / is it Money 911?
That's it, Money 911.
Okay, iflipinvest.com / Money 911. If you can't figure it out, email me, tell me you saw me here, and we'll make sure you're taken care of. My email is randy@iflipinvest.com. Either way, we will make sure you get taken care of. We've got special stuff set up for the folks that are part of the Money 911 community because, we're a big fan of Kris and what she does as well.
Well, thank you, Randy. And I'm a big fan of you guys because you're like family. I mean, you're not gouging. Most people don't realize they're paying anywhere from 2 to 5% for all those broker fees. And a lot of the fees you don't see on your statement, they're built inside of there that you don't even know you're paying. So this is a gift, right?
It is. Kris, I'm going to volunteer to come back and do a specific call.
Okay.
Just breaking down the actual cost of a mutual fund.
There you go.
If you would
Perfect.
like me to do that, I can break it down and show everybody exactly what they charge, why they charge it, and how they hide it.
Let's do that, Randy. And as another PS2, everybody that's listening, you can send Randy an email or send me Kris at healthymoneyhappylife.com of other ideas or things that you want. Maybe there's something that we didn't wrap around here because this is new. This is the only one. And this is like the riding the top of the wave, right? Rob's got a surfboard, but you're
Yes,
doing
all the
it,
time.
riding the top of the wave of something that's just happening now. So catch the wave, get on the roll. If you have other things you want to ask us about, but Randy, it's been a total honor and joy to have you on today.
Thanks for having me, Kris.
All right. There's so much to learn about healthy money. I hope today's discussion brings you one step closer to securing and protecting your future. So you can get started on the right foot, go to meetwithkrismeller.com and schedule your free financial fitness strategy session. Thank you for listening, and please subscribe to Money 911.